In Family First, it's time to get rid of that old refrigerator, but you may not be sure the easiest and safest way to do so. Joining me this morning are Rich and Sarah from Focus on Energy to show us how to do just that. Thank you both so much for being here. And tell us a little bit, Sarah, about Focus on Energy.
Yep, thanks for having us too. Focus on Energy is Wisconsin's statewide energy efficiency and renewable energy program. We've got a number of programs for residents and businesses across the state, energy efficiency programs, and one of our more popular programs is the appliance recycling program. For $40, we'll actually give you a $40 incentive, and we'll come and pick up your fridge. We'll get it out of your basement. As long as it's working, it can really be quite an energy hog, actually.
Oh,
so it's
absolutely.
taken off the grid.
Okay, and you know, this is a great program. We have a lot of information on it on our website, NBC15.com. Just click on that news links. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But Rich, why don't you explain kind of the recycling process for a refrigerator?
Okay, the appliance recycling program is just one of the programs that Focus on Energy offers to customers, and we come and pick up old refrigerators from people's houses, refrigerators that people might have kept in their garages or in their basements and just used for, you know, a couple sodas or something like that, and they're running and using a lot of energy that doesn't need to be used, and it's wasted, really. So the program helps avoid the use of that energy, helps avoid the need to build additional power plants.
Okay.
We come and pick up the appliance, we take it out of the customer's house, we recycle the whole thing. Here's a box full of the materials that come out of a fridge, a partially dismantled fridge here, and 95% of the materials from an appliance like this get recycled and reused in new products.
Great.
Some of the materials are hazardous, and we treat those in the proper method as well.
Can you explain some of these materials?
Sure. Well, I mean, you know, everybody knows there's metal in a fridge,
Sure.
there's plastic. A lot of people don't know that there's styrofoam insulation in the sides of the refrigerator.
Okay.
That styrofoam insulation contains CFCs. That's the Freon that breaks down the ozone layer and actually causes, you know, the skin cancers and the depletion of the ozone that we're experiencing these days. So we need to handle that properly.
Right.
That gets taken out and burned and turned back into energy, back into electricity. It goes to a waste energy plant.
Okay.
There's glass, you know, glass shelves and so forth in refrigerators. That gets used in roads as an aggregate in concrete.
Wow.
For something for the concrete to grab onto, and so that gets reused as well. All these materials here are reused and recycled. Of course, there are some hazardous materials in refrigerators as well. That's refrigerant here on the end. And the refrigerant, again, is responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer. And so we need to destroy that properly. There's oils in a refrigerator, in the compressor of the refrigerator, that need to be destroyed and handled in an environmentally responsible manner. And then there's also potentially things like PCBs and mercury.
Sure.
That need to be disposed of properly and made sure that they don't get into landfills and pollute the environment.
Absolutely. So if someone is interested in using this program and getting their refrigerator recycled, what can they do? How can they contact you?
All they have to do is call our 1-800 number. It's 1-800-762-7077, and we'll get them to the right person, and they can set up an appointment, and that person will come out from Focus on Energy. Will come out to their home. We'll take their fridge out of their home for them, and then they'll receive a $40 incentive a few weeks later. But you know, a lot of people have that extra fridge or freezer sitting in the basement. It has maybe a 6-pack of beer in it or some extra soda, so it's really worth maybe taking off the grid and putting everything in that one refrigerator you have, because some of these older models can really waste a lot of energy.
And I've seen a lot of these models in my family's homes and friends, so a lot of people still have these.
Absolutely.
And they're just using so much energy.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you both so much for being here. Again, we have more information on this program on our website, NBC15.com. Just click on the News Links tab. And you can also watch this whole interview on our website, NBC15.com. Just click on that video tab.